There are 10 different types of Fallout players. 10 different players that I think completely sum up the community into different, very general categories that mean absolutely nothing at the end of the day. And the first one is the noob. Once again with the ill behavior, can you feel it? Nothing to save it, it's the renegade master. Take it straight out the slums, from the road to the train. The New Vegas users, players, wrong program, don't mind it when their game crashes for the 47th time today because the base game is so unoptimized that the RTX 4090 Super in their system has trouble running it. Truly the apex of Bethesda's programming genius. New Vegas players play the game for the amazing story elements, factions, and characters that at least talk like they somewhat believe in what they're talking about. With more endings than Elden Ring, but a play time of only a couple hours to complete the story, Fallout New Vegas is the perfect mix between a game that you can play casually and lore that you can put 10,000 hours into understanding. Also, the society is on the brink of collapse, which I can't help but find ironic for a game where society collapsed. Some of these players are waiting for a remake, a remaster, but have basically been ratioed by Bethesda. Sorry dude, to see it in 4K you'll have to wait for season 2 of Lucy and the Gang. With more mods than Lethal Company, like the nudity mod, and this other nudity mod, and this other nudity. There's so much content for new and old players to enjoy. Do you want to exterminate every breathing life form that exists in the game using a pocket nuke? You can. Do you want to kill literally everyone in the game? Because why not? Let's see what happens. You can. Do you want to join a faction that bases itself off Julius Caesar's reign of the Roman Empire and engages in a little bit of slavery? You can. They love the lore of this universe, which is why they're a-okay with having their game be less stable than my mental health. It also means they share a lot in common with another type of player on this list. Party, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give up, it's not your birthday. The lore lovers are those players that have literally played every single Fallout game since Fallout 1. And yes, they were obsessed enough to play Fallout 76 on launch. The lore lovers are obsessed with every vault in the game. What experiments happened there? That one vault that was just clones of one dude running around saying only his own name because the voices told him to. The lore lovers were upset when the new Fallout TV series came out because they retconned the year something came out in the universe because it kind of makes no sense for massive military industry to continue producing weapons after there's no one left to use those weapons. The lore lovers calculate the distance from the nuclear weapons detonated in the show to see if anyone would actually still be alive, and found that the ghoul would just be deaf and his daughter 100% blind. You can't tell me she won't be walking around like this after staring at a nuclear fusion explosion for entire minutes of suspenseful storytelling. And how the fuck didn't the dad see the second sun being generated by Tony Stark in the center of the city as he came back from inside to see his daughter again? Come to think about it, there's a lot in this scene that doesn't make any sense at all. Despite some of the gatekeeping that these players engage in, they're usually very friendly. The only thing that'll piss them off is if you say what I just said a couple of seconds ago about the minor retcons of the show being no big deal and spreading misinformation about the lore. Let's get it from the bone up in this dancery. Got you open, now you're floating. Oh, you got the anthem. The Fallout 4 players like myself came into the game when they were very young. They represent the newer generation of Fallout fans, but not the newest generation of Fallout fans. The ones that prefer a functional game with decent graphics. Fallout 4 was also one of the major successes within the franchise. The success that initially got people to want to buy Fallout 76 because they believed in Todd, but in the end just got scammed out of their OnlyFans subscription fund anyway. The Fallout 4 players picked the Brotherhood of Steel, and if you picked anything else on your first playthrough, you aren't human. Take this, and that, and this. I'm not going to keep referring to myself as the Fallout 4 players. I'm retconning it, we're now 4s. That's our new name. And the New Vegas players, they're Nevada. The 4s love the fact that they are wifeless. It fits their real life situation well. This isn't exclusive to Fallout 4. In all the games you have no wife. It's meta humor. It's a feature, not a rad roach. The 4's favorite character in the game is Dog, because dog better than human.
Damn. Like damn. Damn.
There are some mods for Fallout 4, but they're really not as extensive as New Vegas, because in that game, you can't even run it without mods. Now we have the new players. These are the people that watched the show and went, haha, penis explosion.
You mean use my cock?
No! What a disgusting idea!
simply going to harvest your anger.
And bought every game right then and there using their Amazon Alexa 3D.
Alexa, volume up. Alexa, who is this?
The free working people united in servitude as a motherland.
These players now have to play through 5 grueling games and catch up on nearly 20 years of lore building that Todd schizophrenically rambled while he was trashed on coke at the development meetings that somehow was weaved into a somewhat coherent story that the lore lovers are still trying to figure out to this day. Good luck with that, because for some of this shit you'll need a doctorate in everything to understand why something works. This gets us onto the researchers. The researchers are similar to the lore lovers, but they are also completely different. Instead of being solely invested in the story or lore, they're invested in the min-max. They're invested in being the best that they can be despite the game they're playing. They're invested in getting racks, stacks, and caps. The researchers prefer to look up the efficacy of the pocket nuke rather than just using the pocket nuke because Big Boom is cool. They prefer to see if they can make one in real life. These are the real Chads. They're risking getting on a watch list to see if mini nuclear rocket launchers ever reach the development stage of Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works, which yes, there was one, it was developed in the 60s, but as you can see, it was way too big to carry and took a 5-person team. I mean, at that point, just drop a fucking bomb. It would take you 2 weeks to carry it into where you're going to use it, 16 hours to set everything up, 5 people probably already dead, all their positions already found out by the enemy because it's the size of an entire other person just to drop 20 tons of TNT. Useless invention. I'm getting sidetracked, sorry, the Ritalin hasn't kicked in yet. The researchers are not exclusive to Fallout. They love looking at any game's tools or weapons and trying to figure out if it would work. There's entire channels based off this. Entire YouTube channels. Let's go on to the next one though, which is the non-fucking existent. No, the 76 Enjoys have appeared only recently with the massive resurgence of the game after Lucy and the squad dropped.
I'm gonna make myself
The game actually being stable now and having NPCs and being the most extensive and complete multiplayer that Bethesda has ever created and then slowly fixed for half a decade means that players have come back to this game, and some, according to my research here, have started to actually enjoy their time playing it. Wow, that's crazy. The 76ers don't have the same lore obsession that the previous games players have. The 4s are basically New Vegas players but want graphics and a dedicated sarcasm button. The Nevadas want lore, pure lore, and swear by their game's preference, but the 76ers are different, unique, special both mentally and rarity-wise. They're the shiny Pokemon in the pack. 76 might have been their first Fallout game ever. God, that's a terrible thought. Why did I say that? Let's just move on.
They not like us. They not like us.
There are 2 different types of oldies, but both are so old, they weren't even aware that Lucy and the group of affiliated persons dropped.
fuck me.
One type just played the original Fallout 1 game and never came back to it after they got one shot for the 700th time that hour. The other type kept playing until Fallout 2, but then life happened and they got a job and a wife and a family and underwent character development and tried to make money and tried to provide a stable income. Some of the more mature players in the community, but they're mostly gone from the community today. They might have come back after seeing the TV show to Reddit or to comment under this video and reminisce about the good old times when games were simpler and life was simpler. And family was simpler, and when they didn't have kids, dog, a mortgage, and a car payment due on Tuesday. Sorry for reminding you about that, just keep watching. Just keep watching, it'll be okay, it'll be fine. $20,000 in debt at 30 is actually normal now. Don't sweat it, just evade some taxes and you'll be fine. Now we got my favorite category because I can actually speak about it from the heart and from experience. The YouTubers take on a few different varieties, but our only goal at the end of the day is to play the game with another program open that's recording it, come up with a loose thread of meaning in that video game, and describe that loose meaning thoroughly on a 1-hour-long video documentary that's more padded than my recent college essays, then edit it using a program we sort of understand but not really, and then add some catchy tunes, upload it and get billions of dollars in AdSense from it. We barely play the game. No, really, most of our time is spent in Premiere Pro crashing 73 times an hour. This 10-minute video you're watching took 1 hour of recording time playing the game and 20 to 40 hours editing it, depending on edits to make. That's a 40-to-1 ratio right there. The YouTubers were acutely aware of when Lucy and the somewhat functional group of misfits and miscreants dropped.
You fucking that thing like a shopping cart. Rule number 1, fuck shopping cart.
so they could get that yummy 7 million views. God damn, I should have made this sooner. With that being said, we have only 2 more types of players left. Our time is coming to a close, and the second last type of player I have for you is the casual fan of Fallout has followed the series anywhere from about Fallout 3's release, maybe Fallout 2's in there somewhere. They just like to play the games casually. They enjoy the world and the characters, but don't analyze every frame by frame and dialogue line by dialogue line. The casual fan came back recently after the release of Lucy and the Bang Gang.
You know, I used to do these things called studies. This one particular study came out, and it said that
Fucking shopping cart.
don't do shit. It made sense. I mean, a man
Fuck shopping
I
cart.
wouldn't want to do him any favors. As time marched on, they was right.
Fucking shopping cart.
Don't do shit.
Did I really just say that out loud? The casual fan just likes playing the game. I mean, there's not much to say about this. Unlike this last play. What happens when you mix a death claw and the raw, unfiltered, uncooked, unmixed Walter White methamphetamine? You get a Fallout speedrunner, a Fallout professional. They don't play the games merely to enjoy them, like a plebeian. No. They play these games to beat world records and to be better than every other vault dweller out there, to become the uber ghoul, to become the most successful and proficient person in the apocalypse. Well, simulated apocalypse. They'll tell you that they're just training for the real life apocalypse. They'll tell you that they aren't addicted. No, they're just Fallout enthusiasts. I know this because I use the same defense for the alcohol. They'll tell you a lot of different things, but in their minds, they're doing it for the fame, money, bitches, power. But it's a lost cause, dude. You ain't getting bitches with 10,000 hours in Fallout 2. I mean, come on, it's Fallout 2. Put 10,000 hours into Fallout 3, that actually might work. No, wait, scratch that. 10,000 into Fallout 4, that'll really show them. No, wait, Fallout 76. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe here and watch the 10 different types of Elden Ring players next. It's good, it's great, it's perfect.